graduating soldiers from companies C, D, and E. Identified by their distinctive headgear are the drill sergeants. These dedicated non-commissioned officers form the backbone of the Army's training center system, selected based on professional competence, leadership, ability, and years of service. These men and women undergo intensive training to earn the right to wear their distinctive hat and insignia. With the drill sergeant hat goes the important responsibility of molding civilian men and women into soldiers. The commander of troops for today's ceremony is Major Andre Randolph, who serves as the executive officer for the 1st Battalion, 61st Infantry Regiment. He and the battalion staff are positioned on the field. The reviewing officer for today's graduation is the commander of the 1st Battalion, 61st Infantry Regiment, Lieutenant Colonel Simon Maciel. On his left is Command Sergeant Major Christopher Osby, the battalion's senior non-commissioned officer, master trainer, and principal advisor to the commander. The commander of troops will now bring forward the colors and persons to be honored.
Welcome back to Hilton Field. I hope everybody enjoyed Family Day. And before we begin the formal portion, I just wanted to thank you for entrusting us with your loved ones for the past 10 weeks. As a follower of 3 myself, I know the separation is hard for everybody involved. But now, we're here to celebrate and welcome the newest members in the United States Army. So once again, thank you for your support. General Beagle, Sergeant Major Gann, distinguished visitors, and most importantly, friends and family of the soldiers who will graduate today. Once again, welcome. Like yesterday, I'd like to take a moment to honor all the veterans of our armed service with us here. If you could please stand and be recognized. Thank you all. So why are we here today? Why have most of you traveled from all across this great nation or beyond? The answer is simple, because standing on the field before you are your loved ones, the next generation of American soldiers. Volunteer citizens from this great nation, states like Texas. We got anybody from Texas? California? New York? Ohio? I always slide that one in because that's where I'm from. All right, and the world. I mean, we've got representation from Jamaica, France, Thailand, and Poland. So as you can see, we're a very diverse crowd standing out there on the field. And I'd like to tell you about the soldiers that are out there. There's 1,223 brand new soldiers on that field. The youngest, The youngest, and there's multiple of them, are 17, and the oldest is 33. And they're not only that, they hold multiple degrees in music, political science, engineering, biochemistry, and many of them are skilled craftsmen, mechanics, welders, and paramedics. and now they're all members of the United States Army. They've endured tough, realistic training led by the hand-selected drill sergeants you see upon the field there. Basic combat training is not easy, nor should it be. It's meant to prepare you for the rigors of ground combat. Additionally, while here, your soldiers learn how to prepare. They conquered their fear for heights from rappelling from a 40-foot tower. They learned to work as a member of a team by conducting numerous team-building exercises. They learned to care and fire their weapons. And most importantly, they executed the Forge, a grueling 81-hour exercise that pushed them to their limits and abilities. It's all done at night, starts off with a 10-mile foot march, and it continues on for 4 more days. So I highly encourage you to ask them about it. It's a pretty awesome event. And now, they're United States Army soldiers, and we're extremely proud of them, as I know you all are today. But this is just the first step in their self-realization of their goals, a goal that started when they joined the Army. I promise we have forged them to be U.S. Army soldiers, and now they possess all the skills needed to reach their full potential as they continue the journey. They are disciplined, physically fit, and understand their warrior tasks and drills. They are achieving their goals, and I ask that you continue to support your loved ones as they move forward. Because none of us can be done alone. Behind every great soldier is a great family. So just in a few moments, after the Soldier's Creed, these soldiers will conduct a passing review and be graduates of basic combat training. I want to thank them for their service and tell you that it's all been a pleasure to be their commander for the past 10 weeks. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in a round of applause for our newest Army soldiers.
In consideration of those around you, we ask that you please remain seated and in the bleachers until all soldiers have passed the reviewing stand and the conclusion of the ceremony is announced. As you are approached by the American flag, it is appropriate to rise and remain standing until it is passed to your right. Once the ceremony has concluded, family members of awardees may meet their soldier under the canopy located to the left of the bleachers. All other family members and friends may meet your soldier to the far right of the bleachers, at the end of the parade field. The passing review is a ceremony tradition handed down through the Army since the time of the Continental Army in 1775. The review allows the commander to survey the discipline and readiness of the soldiers as they pass the reviewing stand. As each element passes, the commander gives command, eyes right, to render respect to the reviewing officer. Passing the reviewing stand is the commander of troops, Major Andre Randall, and the battalion staff. is from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. First platoon is led by Drill Sergeant Adam Gallagher from Scranton, Pennsylvania. Second platoon is led by Drill Sergeant James Porter from Zanesville, Ohio. Sergeant Adam Smallwood from Gaithersburg, Maryland. Fourth platoon is led by Drill Sergeant James Green from Mesa, Arizona. In the rear of the formation is the representing Drill Sergeant, Sergeant First Class Latoya Scott from Brownwood, Texas. Gentlemen, as you are approached by the American flag, it is appropriate to rise and remain standing until it has passed to your right. Company B is commanded by Captain Whitney Brooks from St. Thomas, Virgin Islands. First platoon is led by Drill Sergeant Heather Hall from London, Pennsylvania. Second platoon is led by Drill Sergeant Sheldon McKee from Maui, Hawaii. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes today's ceremony.